Good morning to all dignitaries, guests, and respected teachers. I, Srishti Malik, with my co-host Kumar Lakhan, welcomes you all with great joy and immense exultation on the behalf of the entire team behind today's one-day national seminar to celebrate National Science Day. 28th February is celebrated as National Science Day in India to commemorate the discovery of Raman effect, which led to Sir C.V. Raman winning the Nobel Prize. In 1986, the National Council for Science and Technology Communication (NCSTC) asked the Government of India to designate 28th February as National Science Day, which the then Government of India accepted and declared the day as National Science Day in 1986. The first National Science Day was celebrated on February 28, 1987. National Science Day is celebrated to spread a message about the importance of science used in daily lives of the people. It is also celebrated to discuss all the issues and implement new technologies for the development in the field of science, to give an opportunity to the scientific-minded citizens of India and to encourage the people as well as popularize science and technology. The theme for this year's National Science Day is Global Science for Global Well-being.
On this occasion, we would like to express our gratitude to all the scientists and researchers who have dedicated their lives towards advancing our understanding of the world. We also thank the government and institution for providing support and resources to scientists and researchers. We urge everyone to continue supporting and investing in science and technology to ensure a better future for all.
Now I request our dignitaries to lighten the lamp and inaugurate the function. We pray for the blessings of the Almighty upon us. Let us hope that the brightness of education overcomes the darkness of divisions, injustice, and aggression in society and leads us to growth, equality, and liberty. With this note, I would like to welcome our guests. Professor I.M. Kapai, former member UGC, our chief guest for today's seminar. Shri Shyam Lal Punia, IAS, Deputy Secretary, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, our guest of honor. Professor Pratibha Jolly, former Principal, Miranda House, Delhi University, our guest speaker. Professor S. Anbu Kumar, Director HRDC, DTU, and Chairman NSD 2023. Professor Jayaprakash Saini, our Chief Patron and Honorable Vice Chancellor. Professor Madhusudan Singh, Patron and respected Registrar DTU. Professor A.S. Rao, Co-Chairman and HOD Applied Physics DTU. Professor Vinod Singh, Associate Director HRDC and Convener NSD 2023. Dr. Bharti Singh, Co-Convener NSD 2023 and Coordinator HRDC, and the entire organizing committee. Now I request our organizing team members to welcome our guests with a sapling. First of all, I would like to extend my warm welcome to our chief guest, Professor I.M. Kapai. May I request Komal Verma to welcome Sir with a sapling. A very warm welcome to our guest of honor, Shri Shyam Lal Punia. May I request Anshu to welcome Sir. Please welcome Professor Pratibha Jolly, former Principal, Miranda House, Delhi University. May I request Komal Verma to please welcome Professor Anbu Kumar with a sapling. I extend a warm welcome to our HOD Professor A.S. Rao. May I request Anshu to please welcome sir. Please welcome Professor Vinod Singh. At last but not the least, may I extend my warm welcome to Dr. Bharti Singh. Anshu, please welcome ma'am with a sapling. Thank you so much everyone.
A good teacher and a monitor can inspire hope, ignite an imagination, and instill a love of learning. First of all, I would like to welcome Professor S. Anbu Kumar, Director, Human Resource Development, Center, HRDC, DTU, for the welcome address. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Chief guest of today's inaugural function of the one-day National Seminar on the occasion of National Science Day celebrations, Professor I.M. Kapati, former member, UGC, guest of honor of the today's inaugural function, Sri Shyamlal Punia, IAS, Deputy Secretary, Ministry of Housing, Urban Affairs, Government of India, Professor Pratibha Jolly, former Principal, Miranda House, College, Delhi University, Professor A.S. Rao, Head of the Department, Applied Physics, Delhi Technology University, Professor Vinod Singh, Associate Director, Human Resource Development Center, Delhi Technological University, Dr. Bharti Singh, Coordinator, Human Resource Development Center, Delhi Technological University, all the respected faculty members, technical staff, and my dear students, friends. I welcome everyone present here on the one-day national seminar on the occasion of National Science Day celebrations. National Science Day is celebrated every year on February 28. In 1986, National Council for Science and Technology Communication, NCSTC, asked the Government of India to designate 28th February as National Science Day. Then Government of India accepted and declared that National Science Day in 1986. The first National Science Day was celebrated on February 28, 1987. The day celebrates Sir C. Raman's exceptional achievements in science. His most notable contribution was the discovery of the Raman effect, for which he got Nobel Prize in the year 1930. Honoring the scientists like him instills hope in future generations to pursue their dreams and mark their in the world of science and technology. Today, India is celebrating National Science Day in the theme of Global Science for Global Well-being. The basic objective of observation of National Science Day is spread the message of importance of science and its application among the people. National Science Day is celebrated as one of the main science festivals in India every year. The purpose of celebrating the day with the theme of is to give every community of the country a chance to emphasize their importance in front of the public. Every part of the country must get aware of the National Science Day, regardless of caste, race, religion. Every individual gets an equal opportunity to get an education and take step closer towards the science. This event indeed marks the extraordinary effort of Sir C. Raman in science and technology and discoveries in giving the coming generation a ray of hope and strength to work hard for their dreams. Not to stop with just one discovery in any field, but keep stocking up the nation's credit in all aspects. Just to honor the greatness of science, we celebrate National Science Day with a mission that someday we eradicate the taboos and accept that nature is all about science, science is all about nature. In whatever manner it suits you the best. I welcome our great chief guest, Professor I.M. Kapati, former member UGC, for sparing his time and grace this occasion. I also welcome Sri Shyamlal Punia, IAS Deputy Secretary, Government of India, for accepting our invitation with his busy schedule and the guest of honor for this inaugural function. I also welcome Professor Pratibha Jwali, former Principal, Miranda House College, Delhi University. Once again, I welcome you all for this one-day national seminar on the occasion of National Science Day celebrations. Thank you all. Happy National Science Day.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. Teachers can change lives with just the right mix of chalk and challenges. And a teacher like you can surely fasten this process. With this, I would like to request Professor Vinod Singh to address us with his words for the audience.
Good morning to all of you. Professor I.M. Kapahi, former member UGC and chief guest of the inaugural function. Sri Shyamlal Punia, IAS, Deputy Secretary, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Government of India, and guest of honor of the inaugural function. Professor Pratibha Jwali, former Principal, Miranda House, University of Delhi. Professor S. Anbu Kumar, Director, Human Resource Development Center, DTU. Professor A.S. Rao, Head, Department of Applied Physics, DTU. Dr. Bharti Singh, Coordinator at HRDC. Faculty members, dear students and participants. Today's one-day national seminar on the occasion of National Science Day celebration is being organized by the Human Resource Development Center, DTU, in association with Institutions Innovation Council, IIC, DTU, and Department of Applied Physics. In fact, I am associated with all the three departments involved in organizing this event: HRDC, IIC, and Department of Physics in one or other form. Ministry of Education, Government of India has established a Ministry of Education's Innovation Cell, that is MIC, to systematically foster the culture of innovation among all higher educational institutions. And the primary aim of MIC is to encourage, inspire, and nurture young students by supporting them to work with new ideas and transform them into prototype. In the year 2018, Ministry of Education through MOE's Innovation Cell launched the IIC program in higher educational institutions. MIC provides a calendar of IIC activities which includes the important day celebrations, self-driven activities, and MIC-driven activities. The higher educational institutions have to organize all these activities. ICDTU regularly organizes the activities related to innovations and entrepreneurship at DTU. As per IIC activities for IIC academic year 2022 and 23, 16 important days are being celebrated, which includes India Startup Day, National Innovation Day, National Education Day, etc. Today's one-day seminar on the occasion of National Science Day 2023 is an important day celebration activity. 29 other IIC activities related to innovation and entrepreneurship are being organized in academic year 2022 and 23 by IIC DTU. I am extremely thankful to Professor I.M. Kapahi for accepting our invitation as a chief guest and as a speaker in this national seminar. Thank you, sir. I am thankful to Sri Shyamlal Punia, IAS, Deputy Secretary, for accepting the invitation as a guest of honor. I am also thankful to Professor Pratibha Jwali for accepting the invitation as a speaker. I hope that this national seminar will definitely provide a platform to share the knowledge about the National Science Day celebrations. I wish that it will achieve its objectives and aims. I am confident that all the participants will be benefited by the expert lectures. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. We feel honored and privileged to have with us today in this function Professor A.S. Rao, who hardly needs any introduction. Sir, you have made us proud with your venerable hard work and achievements. I would like to request you, sir, to address our audience.
Dignitaries on the dais, Chief Guest, Professor Kapahi, former member of UGC, Guest of Honor, Samlal Punia, Invited Speaker, Professor Pratibha Jali, former Principal, Miranda House, Professor Anbu, Chairman, HRDC, and Professor Vinod Singh, convener of this National Science Day 2023, and Dr. Bharati, co-chairman, co-convener of this NSD 2023. Dear participants, my dear colleagues, good morning to you all. Today, we all gathered here to celebrate or to commemorate the inventions made by one of the greatest scientists of India, Nobel laureate Bharat Ratna C.V. Raman. So the perfect commemoration for his contributions to this country or to this world will be realized only when the youngsters who are sitting here or get motivated to take up the upcoming challenges in this scientific world. So here, to give some kind of important message for the students, today's science is going to be the tomorrow's technology. I think people will accept with me. Today's science is going to be tomorrow's technology, and technology will change from day to day. But whereas the fundamental science, which is responsible for the evolution of this technology, will hardly change. See, Newton has invented 3 laws. They are there without any change. Maxwell has designed 4 laws. They are there without any change. Laws of thermodynamics are there without any change. So, it is very hard to bring some change in the fundamental science, but their applications will change from day to day. Right? And in this regard, I want to focus on one principle which is called as law of symmetry. See, from the top of the sky, if you are looking at the forest, can you see the arrangement of trees in an order? No. There will be so much of disorder. From there, if you reach to the tree and observe the tree, its structure, to some extent you can find some order. And from there, if you go to the branch, again there will be some more order. And if you enter into the leaf, there is a perfect order. That means behind every disorder, there is a perfect order. And the simple principle, nature principle is this: nature loves symmetry. This nature loves symmetry. And this point has made many scientists to investigate the phenomenon, and so many people have got Nobel Prizes also. Say, for example, you take dual nature of light. Light being a wave, also acting as a particle, right? And taking this nature loves symmetry principle, de Broglie has proposed dual nature for particle. Particle is acting as a wave. You will surprise, in the same house, father has got Nobel Prize for electron acting as a particle, J.J. Thomson, and his own son G.P. Thomson, he got Nobel Prize for the same electron, proving that electron is a particle. So in the same house, you will find 2 Nobel Prizes, one won by the father for electron as a particle, another one won by the son for electron as a wave. So this is the beauty of the science. Next, see, there are still some unresolved problems in science. Say, for example, Maxwell's equations. You take Maxwell's equations, we have 4 Maxwell's equations. First law, second law are from Gauss law, third one is from Faraday's law, fourth one is Ampere's law. Still, there is some unresolved nature in these equations. Maxwell himself, he is told that there will be some change in these equations when in future, if any scientist proves that monopoles are existing in magnetism. See, we are all familiar with independent charges, positive charge, negative charge existing independently. Likewise, we don't have monopoles North Pole and South Pole independently, they never exist. In future, if any scientist proves that monopoles are existing, remember on that day there will be a change in the second equation of the Maxwell's as well as third equation. Who knows? Those changes might may produce some other kind of technology in those days. Likewise, in superconductivity also, see, superconductivity is a low temperature phenomenon, right? We know that temperature and current, they are the two parameters which can influence the state, which can bring a material from superconducting state to normal state. But surprisingly, the amount of energy that is needed to spoil superconducting nature in terms of heat, in terms of current or magnetic field, they are not equal. And this is called as catastrophe in that area. This is one unresolved problem. So likewise, if you search in science, there are so many unresolved problems, and youngsters can focus on such kind of unresolved problems in future. And don't think that I am working in this area and I am getting a paper out of it and this is not a good research. No, there is no good research, there is no bad research. If 4 people are doing research, first one may publish a paper out of his results, second one, third one also will publish a paper. Fourth one, by observing the failures faced by first, second, third, he may work on different material with different technique and he may succeed. He may bring some change. He may get some good result. So, do you say that the first 3 people, results produced by first 3 people is waste and fourth one is only useful? No. For fourth one also, the results produced by first, second, third are useful. By seeing their failures only, he has produced the successful result. So, like that, don't think that every result, every paper produced by the individual is not useful and only few people will produce good results. So, whatever you are contributing for research, that will be added in literature, right? So, after becoming head of the department, I tried to bring C.N.R. Rao sir to our campus. I contacted him through some known professor. He refused. He told me that his age is 80 plus and he don't want to spare his valuable time on this earth for the students who are residing in metropolitan cities. So he want to spare his valuable time for only hill area people, rural area people, to promote science, to excite them with science, etc., etc. And he dropped one message. For any student or for any scholar to come up in research or in his life, 3 things are necessary: doggedness, dedication, tenacity. Doggedness is nothing but a firm determination to achieve the things which are very difficult to achieve. And you know what is dedication? Tenacity is holding a particular thing firmly. So if you have some aim in your mind, you have to hold it firmly, and that is nothing but tenacity. So I request all the participants, right, to follow his message. I'll repeat: doggedness, dedication, tenacity. So finally, I want to say my sincere thanks to the authorities of this Delhi Technological University for giving me this opportunity to speak from this dais. Thank you, one and all. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. Now it is indeed my great honor to request Professor Pratibha Jolly, whose lessons and motivation can bring an optimistic transition to anyone's life, for his audience on this special occasion of National Science Day celebration.
Thank you so much. It's always such a pleasure to see bright young faces, and delighted to come here after 2 decades. When I came, the DTU was just moving into this campus, and so I see the transformation. How lucky all of you are. I really wish we were students again, because these are extremely exciting times, and you'll be hearing more from me because I have an hour-long talk, so I don't really want to derail the program. But this is just to say hello to all of you, and how I envy that, I wish I was sitting on that side and I could be working with teams such as yours, because that's where the future is. And looking at all your beaming faces, I know the future of the country is in very, very safe hands. So best wishes to all of you, and see you a little more closely during tea time and other breaks, and looking forward to my talk. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. It is my pleasure to introduce our special guest of honor, Sri Shyamlal Punia, who is IAS Deputy Secretary, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Government of India. Sri Shyamlal Punia has been serving as the Deputy Commissioner, Charki Dadri, from May 22nd till date. Sir has also conducted election to MC Chakri Dadri and successfully conducted Har Ghar Tiranga Abhiyan. Sir has accomplished many notable achievements, and we are fortunate to have him with us today. Sir, we are delighted to have you here, and we would love to hear your insights on today's topic. So I request everyone to please join me in giving Sir a warm welcome.
Good morning to all. Respected dignitaries on the dais, today's chief guest, Professor Kapahi, Professor Pratibha, Professor A.S. Rao, Professor Vinod Singh, Dr. Bharti, and dear participants, it is my privilege to be amongst you on this momentous occasion. I would like to say that it was a red letter day in the scientific history of this country when Sir C.V. Raman discovered this Raman effect, which we find practical utility in almost every field of today's working, be it medical science, be it other scientific interventions for human well-being. So when we talk about global well-being emanating from global science, it has got its application in every sphere of our life. We can see, I think, better roads being constructed, better infrastructure being provided, better modes of transport, better modes of communication, better tools for law and order maintenance, as well as in the realms of medical science, wherein we are trying to find cure to various incurable ailments which were in yesteryears. And as Sir has rightly pointed out, that today's science will be tomorrow's technology. So when this one physical state along with this mental well-being plus spirit, if all three marry together, then we call it well-being. So it's more to do with our perception, how do we see into ourselves as well as into the outer world from the well-being point of view. Because if there is some ailment, then there must be a cure. So there are two certainties. And as we all know that human mind is capable of immense things, and we all can do wonders in our own spheres, be it in the field of, like if we are studying, maybe we are working somewhere, we are maybe sweeping roads. So with the advent of science and technology, we try to ease our daily lives, and with small or maybe the smallest intervention, right from the days of fax now we can almost have our office on mobile phones. And during this last 2 years of pandemic, we have all experienced this, I think, work from home for the corporate world as well as for the students. It was online studies. But with the new inventions or with new interventions, we all are having our own sorts of problems, and be it on the mental side or maybe on the physical side. Though we are able to increase our life expectancy with the good like discoveries in the field of medical science, and with the use of this modern technologies, we are able to make our lives better. But at the same time, we are having the manifold challenges on the maybe on the psychological aspects, as well as strain on our health. So in our days to come, we need to I think some interventions or discoveries in that front also, that how better we can cure the ever emerging ailments. In the yesteryears, or maybe we can say some 20, 30 years back, these heart attack, the cancer and numerous ailments were not so common. But now I think at practically all the age groups we can have any sort of ailments, and we need to try to find the lasting solutions which will help the humanity and the global well-being through the sustainable efforts. And in days to come, to our growing needs, we need to answer in a sustainable manner that can only come if we are able to rightly allocate the scarce resources which are available to this world. And for the future generations also, we need to think about. So the scientific realm, we'll have to dwell upon the realities, taking into consideration the scarce resources and how best we can move forward. As a global family, we talk of the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, and rightly so, as India is presiding over the G20 this particular year. So we'll have to move forward in that direction, and I'm really thankful to Professor Vinod and his team for find me worthy to be on this particular occasion. So thank you very much, sir, and all the best wishes to the students. And thank you once again. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspirational words and helping us understand the true meaning of well-being. I'm sure the students will follow your footsteps. It is my privilege to introduce our next esteemed chief guest, Professor Inder Mohan Kapahi. Sir is a former member of UGC and has contributed immensely to the society. We are deeply honored and privileged to have Sir with us today, and we express our sincere gratitude for gracing this occasion with your presence. Your presence has made this event more special and memorable, and we would love to hear your thought on today's topic. So I request everyone to please welcome Sir with a warm and well-deserved round of applause.
Thank you very much for your kind words. I am extremely grateful to have been invited here. And I am, the very respected dais, people who are sitting on the dais, and equally respected academics who are sitting on the other side of the dais, and my dear students. As I said, that I am extremely happy to have been invited. And, one thing I would like to tell you that, as everybody stated, that the Science Day is celebrated in honor, in commemoration of the discovery of Raman effect by Sir C.V. Raman in 1928, for which he got the Nobel Prize in 1930. Now, it's a well-known fact. I'm only repeating it. But I was just wondering that when C.V. Ramanji discovered his Raman effect, was he in a laboratory which was equipped with great instruments? And I was surprised. You see, Pratibha might have gone there, might have seen that in Visakhapatnam, in the Andhra University, Visakhapatnam, I went to his lab. And it was the spectrometer, simple spectrometer, etc., which helped him, which helped the flight of his mind, the flight of his idea to discover an effect for which he got the Nobel Prize in 1930, because it opened the way for analyzing the structures of the molecules, etc., etc. So you require an idea, you require an inquisitive mind. You don't necessarily require a huge apparatus. This is one thing. Second, very rightly pointed out by Professor Rao, that there are certain unexplained phenomena in science even now. But now you see, in every time we feel that in pure science there is nothing new to discover. Now if you say it in 2023, there may be some justification. I remember having read somewhere, you might have heard of Van der Waal equation. Now, I think it was in about 1870s or so. When this Van der Waal was doing his post-graduation, then he asked his teacher, he wanted his permission, he wanted his advice to do the pure sciences as such. Now remember, it was 1870s. And his teacher advised him, he says, why are you wasting, you are a very bright young man, why are you wasting your time on this pure sciences? Everything that is worth discovering has already been discovered. Only certain T's have to be crossed and I's have to be dotted above. And imagine, this is 1870. Similarly, in 1900, when Maxwell Boltzmann and all these things, new advent of the what you call quantum mechanics, which changed the entire phenomenological world. So all these things, in the sense I'm saying that at every time one feels that one must reach the end. But it is never so. There is always an openness in the ideas of thinking, in the realm of ideas, in the realm of science, to discover more things. And that still stays today. I would like to mention here, you see, when we were talking about Raman, and I remember his very famous sentence, and he says, ask the right questions, and the nature will open its door to its mysteries. Ask the right questions. You have to be inquisitive. Similarly, you see, I maintain that science is important, but more important than science, or at least equally important, is the development of the scientific spirit, the scientific idea, the scientific methodology. Because you see, science is nothing more than the refinement of everyday thinking. Everyday thinking, it is refined, logic. And as Carl Sagan once said, I'll finish by saying that because there will be other talk afterward, when he says that science is the way of thinking much, much more than merely a body of knowledge or body of disciplines. It's a way of thinking. So therefore, these seminars of this kind, they gain a lot of importance. Because you see, it can change the contours of your thinking. And the theme of this year, global science for global well-being. Now, after this COVID, and after this what you call the concerns about the climate changes, the catastrophe that the climate changes can bring unless controlled. So therefore, the theme of this becomes extremely important. That is because when COVID comes and pandemic comes, it is not confined only to a country or a city or a local area. It is pandemic all over. When an earthquake comes, then it is all over. So therefore, the cooperation, we have seen in Italy, in Syria, and Turkey, and so therefore, this cooperation among scientists, cooperation with the world is important, and therefore, this seminar and then this theme in particular becomes extremely important. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your address. We hope to develop the scientific spirit that you seek to visualize in us. You don't necessarily require a huge apparatus. I surely agree with Kapahi sir. A huge apparatus is indeed secondary if we have such intellect minds to guide us. Thank you so much, sir. I, on the behalf of entire organizing committee, would like to initiate the felicitation ceremony. Now, I request Professor S. Anpu Kumar to felicitate our chief guest, Professor I. M. Kapahi, by presenting him with a memento. May I request Professor A.S. Rao to felicitate our guest of honor, Shri Shyam Lal Punia, by presenting him with a memento. May I request Professor Vinod Singh to felicitate Professor Pratibha Jolly by presenting her with a memento. I request Professor A.S. Rao to felicitate Professor Anbu Kumar with a memento. May I request Professor Vinod Singh to felicitate Professor A.S. Rao by a memento. Now I request Dr. Bharti Singh to felicitate Professor Vinod Singh with a memento. At last but not the least, may I request Dr. Richa Sharma to felicitate Dr. Bharti Singh with a memento.